We never fight. What a healthy couple. Okay, I guess. Maybe. George Clooney just got on television and bragged that he and Amal have never, ever had a fight, to which I say, if I had your looks, your money, your life, maybe I wouldn't fight either. I don't know. But for the rest of us here on the planet Earth, fighting is actually a good thing. Standing up to each other is good. A healthy couple regulates one another in a good way. Not control, but it's like it's a distance issue. Hey, you are off in the wild blue yonder, utterly preoccupied with your career or your health or the kids. Or I miss you. Get your butt back in here and let's engage. Oh, okay. Or you are taking liberties with me. The way you're talking to me is embarrassing. Please take your emotional foot off my neck. I don't like it. Back off. Oh, okay. And that's good. My dear friend and colleague Carol Gilligan has a saying, there's no voice without relationship, and there's no relationship without voice. I speak about moving to an ecological wisdom. Our relationships are our biospheres. We're in them. We depend on them. It isn't about one wins, one loses. It's about taking care of your biosphere out of your own enlightened self-interest. It's in my interest to keep my biosphere clean. And we have a saying in relational life therapy, RLT, the method I've created, we want the mighty to melt, we want the weak to stand up. Your biosphere, if you tend to be more of the dominant, irresponsible, pushy one, you need to come down off your high horse and really be with your partner. Open up, yield, surrender. If you're one down, more the traditional enabler, codependent, shame-based, you need to rise up. We want the mighty to melt. We want the weak to stand up. Again, Carol Gilligan, you cannot love from the one up. You cannot love from the one down. Love demands democracy. Same as, neither better nor worse. But if you're used to being conflict avoidant, people pleasing, burying your own wants and needs, standing up and challenge the relationship feels dangerous. Here's the bad news. It is. It is dangerous. Relationships are dangerous. It's nails on a chalkboard to me when my brethren couples therapy talk about safety, 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 safety. You know what? Relative safety. We're mortal. Relationships are not safe. They're dangerous. If you stand up to your partner and insist on limits, they may well take off and, not want to have it. That's true. Your fears are not utterly groundless, but how about this? While you're busy being afraid of taking your partner on, maybe you should take a breath and think about being afraid for not taking your partner on. There is a consequence in either direction. When you don't take your partner on, you can tell yourself you're compromising, but really you're settling. Resentment builds, generosity dries up, sexuality dries up. I often say the first casualty of not taking each other on is passion. I just did a podcast. Somebody asked me, if you have one word of advice, how would you advise long-term couples to keep their sexuality alive? And I said, tell each other the truth. The truth is an aphrodisiac, and managing each other, walking around on tiptoes, not getting what you want is not a recipe for generosity or free-flowing passion. You resent it. You may tell yourself you don't, but you do, and your resentment leaks out sideways. Your biosphere may need you to come down off your high horse if you're used to being selfish and irresponsible. Your biosphere may need you to come up out of your fear and take some chances. Having said that, I have empathy for why you don't take your partner on. Odds are you've tried in your day a couple 3,000 times every which way but Sunday, and the reason why you don't take them on is because it doesn't go very well when you do. Fair enough. Maybe it doesn't go very well because your partner just is, I don't know, not having it. In which case, eventually, I'm going to say, drag that person into a couples therapist and get some help, RLT therapist preferably, who will be an ally and take your side and lean in and help you take that person on. But before you do that, how sophisticated are your skills? For example, are you really asking your partner for what you want? Or are you, if you're honest, mostly complaining about not getting it? That's what most of us do in this culture. We wait for our partner to be spontaneous. When they fail, we share with them our negative feelings about what a jerk they are. And therapists are along for the ride. We encourage this nonsense. That is the worst behavioral modification program I've ever heard of. I have been teaching couples for 30 years a simple 3-step method for leaning in, getting your partner's attention, and then schooling them. Now that you get it, that this is important to me, let me teach, let's roll up our sleeve and let me help you deliver for me. Let me teach you what I want. Let me encourage your progress. These are steps that no one has taught you. You didn't learn this in your family. You certainly didn't learn this in the culture growing up. I have been teaching people how to do this for 30 years. Come join me for a free training Wednesday, June 18th, and I will teach you how to, what we say, speak up for yourself with love. In our current culture, you can either be accommodating, connected, go along to get along, quote unquote, feminine, or you can be assertive, independent, quote unquote, masculine, but you can't be both at the same time. When people do assert themselves, they're not often all that loving. We can teach you what we call loving power, how to lean in, ask very directly for what it is you want more or less of, and then work with your partner to empower them to actually deliver for you. You're a team. It's not you versus them. We deserve to have anger out of our relationship. We deserve to be able to talk to each other. We deserve to be united as parents. We deserve a good sex life. I love you. You love me. How are we going to make this work? I can teach you how to optimize the odds of your getting what you want by empowering both yourself and your partner to rise to the occasion. Standing up for yourself with love, cherishing your needs and your partner in the same breath. Do you know how to do it? I doubt it. Can you learn? Easily. Does it work? Much better than what you're doing now. Come and learn how. Wednesday, June 18th, hit the link below and register for free. How to get more of what you want in your relationship. How to speak up for yourself with love and effectiveness. See you June 18th.